This is Brittany. Um, this is video 2 for my prototype. Um, please ignore some of the unprofessional sloppiness in this, just in general with my prototype videos, because I am a beginner, and so these all will be prototype, a little sloppy. The wisdom is there, but the created part of visual might be a little sloppy, and that includes like my background. See, I got things over here and over there, and I even got food on, but I just turned it off so it wouldn't burn. So this is video 2 for the original first prototype video, number 1. And the reason why I'm doing this is to give you a closer up view of just the hands-on version of that stomach massage. When I showed it and told you, I was sitting with my child, and so I wanted to do it very quickly, stand up and show you on my stomach a little bit more clearer for one moment here. So I just had my child 4 months ago. So here you go. So here's your stomach, here's your pelvic region, pelvic bone, here's your hips, here's your rib cage, and here's the top. And at different videos, we can talk about massaging the spine to give it strength and conditioning through the front and the stomach, right? And so like we were talking about before, we go to the left. So this is my left, this is my right, okay? So we make our tool and we take it and we put it in and we pull across the top of the rib cage. And like I said before, you can get like the motion for it. So you go down to the top of the pelvic region, and if you want, you can add more pressure. It depends on the strength you have. I haven't been working out for a while, and I don't normally work out typically anyways, except a little bit, and I manage my weight mostly through nutrition and the understanding of nutrition. It doesn't even have to be fancy or expensive. It could just be the common building blocks of nutrition. And so what I'm doing here is, because I haven't been working out, I am a little bit weaker right now, and I prefer a sturdier massage. And when you grip, if it grips the skin, that is very beneficial. It releases chemicals, it releases toxins, and it releases chemical messengers that are from memory stress. It could be from physical memory stress or emotional chemical memory stress. So I'm gripping at the top of my rib cage, okay? And I'm pulling down. And yeah, so we're still going left. And I know it's a circle, right? So we go down here, and I'm using my other hand because I'm weak right now. And I'm sweeping around the low part right above the pelvic bone. And I'm coming up and I'm gripping at the side here. I'm choosing to grip and I pull down. And when I do that, that is sort of gripping the organ up there and squeezing it. And that helps to release toxins in it. It's a massage to it. And it also helps to condition it and rejuvenate it, so it's healthier, but it's pulling toxins out of it. And so I get to the corner and I pull down, because that's another organ. They're liver and kidney organs. And so I go down and I come down here and then I sweep, and I'm using my other hand to help me because I haven't worked out in a while, so my strength is a little weak. I've been nurturing my child and I had a C-section, so I haven't really been working out, so I definitely have a lot less strength. So I'm still going in that circle. I grabbed at the top and I'm grabbing at my organs. And so, and then I come down and I sweep. And so, what that might look like from the side is just still going left, because the reason why we go left is because it's the way the digestive system is. If we went the opposite way, it would push uh, the the feces in the colon backwards, which is not helpful, and that would cause constipation. And so we're going in the alignment of energy. If you're into that, then bonus. But if you're not into that, it's like the natural peristalsis of the body and the way that it goes. And so we're going this way and we grip and we're going low because we're going right above the pubic bone. And you can, and if you don't do it perfectly, that's okay, you know, and you can find it, like we said before, go to the sides, go down the middle, go down the side like this, and then you could go out to the sides like that, go down the middle, go up the middle, right? And so, a basic in massage therapy, unless there's like really graphic changes in tightness patterns in different parts of your body, is you're supposed to aim for balance. So, what you do to one side, you do to the other, and everyone has a unique tightness pattern. So, just because it seems typical for someone to have a certain like issue doesn't mean everyone will, you know. And so, you're supposed to look at the individual and know how to measure what's going on in their body so that you can give them a custom and accurate massage based off science and technique. And you don't want to just give a general or generic massage because everyone's unique. So typically what we do is we aim for balance. What we do on every massage, because I was telling you about finishing, going in for the nerve system, especially if you watch the other massage video, the first one, number one, because this is number two of my prototype massage video, teaching you about stomach massage for the goal of assisting bowel movement as well as detoxing the liver and the kidneys at the upper part under the rib because the ribs are protecting them. Um, so use your method if you need to. Like, I didn't know stool softeners existed until I got my C-section and I was in need and they requested it because it was a major surgery and I am not into surgery, but it just was what it was, right? So for balance's sake, back to the point, I know I got a little off. If you need to have assistance, like to help with the bowel movement, some people, even with Western medicine, don't create a bowel movement. And that's why I found that this was really helpful for people in IHSS because sometimes their clients, and this is number two, you got to watch number one for all this to make sense. A lot of times their clients in IHSS, they might take a suppository for 3 days in a row or aid of some kind to get a bowel movement, and then they don't have one, and they're like, oh, I'm feeling pretty sick because bowel movements hold toxins, and it's important to release the toxins, right? And that's what's useful about it. And then it could cause pain, it can cause agitation, it can make you feel off, like why I feel so upset. It's because you're holding toxins, there might be pain involved, and you might not be aware of it, and it can cause issues. Pain causes issues people don't know sometimes, and so it's good to give yourself self massage, even just to move the energy, the blood, whatever's going on, the toxins and the interstitial space, the between the skin and the body where the immune system's at. It'll heighten the immune system as well. So a number one thing to focus on, I just find essential because this is massage school as well, not only just for the colon. So since we've taught on that, and we could, you know, and we could go on different paths of that, but since we taught on that, I would really like to mention, like, for the balance as a number one rule of massage trade if you are practicing massage or ever plan to teach massage to anybody. Um, so it's all of you. Number one thing is balance, okay? And there's different levels of experience. So sometimes old number one rules you might rule out, right? Because of exceptions to the rules. So number one rule, like they like number one rule is balance. What you do to one side, you do to the other. And after you perceive the individual, because you've looked into their individual tightness patterns and what's going on in their tissues, then what you do for balance is not just what you do to one side, you do to the other. Sure, you do that. And then in that experience, you're assessing with your hands. And and if there's some side that has more tightness in any particular area, it doesn't have to be all one side or the other. Maybe it's the top here and the bottom there, and this part's weak and that's weak, but this part's strong and that's strong. You know, it's just
wherever the abnormal tightness is that is off balance, what you do to one side, you do to the other, right? You target the abnormally tight area uh, to create balance. So, yeah, so what you do to one side, you do to the other. That's a rule. It's a rule of massage practice. Because if you don't do that, you could hurt somebody because you relieved one side, but maybe not the other. Okay. And if it's something simple like the arms, I don't know. Maybe they'll notice, but probably it might not be that big of a deal unless it's like deep tissue or structural integration or something more substantial in practice or work, right? Where there's a graphic change, so it really would affect something more, right? But if it's just common, basic beginner massage, what you do to one side, you do to the other. And if there's something abnormally tight, you target those abnormally tight areas to create balance because the body is a um, yeah, so this was originally for the colon and to help excrete and to detox the uh, organs, the kidney and the liver at the top, and condition them and stuff. But yeah, so what you do to one side, you do to the other. If there's an abnormally tight side, like as long as you did what you would do, like the balance, one side, what you did to one side, you did to the other. You don't have to address that tightness because you did your part. But if you really want to be an expert and go the extra mile and really yield results for your client, then what you do is you target the tight spot because it creates imbalance. And what the body is what you call pulleys and levers, right? So the front and the back are friends, they're partners. And so if the front is too tight, your back might feel sore. So if you release the front, the back will feel more at peace. And and in medical massage, it is typical, even though there's exceptions to the rules, it is typical that your front will be tighter than your back because we live facing forward. So, therefore, our attention and our focus is generally in the forward part of our body and less in the back part of our body, right? So, yeah, so, and I'm giving extra, I know. And so, just for like, okay, so what you do to one side, you do to the other. I know this is extra. This is a step over. It's not the colon. It's not the detox. Um, and if there's something special tight, go ahead and work on it if you want to, because it will give extra results. But something that's intangible that is worth mentioning as well. Um, a lot of times people have like kind of like mood issues or things of that nature. They feel moody, and like a lot of it stems from this lower part of our body, right? So this low part, the psoas muscle, and going up into like the lower part of the body, the psoas muscle. In Western society, because Western citizens are sitting on chairs more, and other more primitive cultures might just be like standing or squatting or leaning or things like that, So like um uh when we sit, including to commute or whatever could cause it, we get these tight psoas muscles and it causes emotional issues, energetic emotional issues. And so when you do that, you're helping to flatten your back and you're helping to release what's wrong and stuff. But it's good to strengthen the core and work on the back, but it's good to focus on the psoas because if you can create some release and healing in the psoas, it can really affect your mood if you're not feeling good and you're not sure why. If like um, if like you do all the things and everything seems like whatever, but not something's still off. And yeah, and a lot of times it's trademarked by like your hips being pulled a little off and just like kind of having a tummy pooch that you can't get rid of, even if you don't have like lots of any kind of like body fat, BMI, body mass index. Even if you have low body mass index, it's like the tight psoas from sitting, from commuting, or whatever you're doing that's causing it. Western society issues, right? First world country issues. Yeah, so if you work on ways to condition the psoas and heal it and release it, um, it can and those things just like they lengthen the low back and help with healing the back and the spine, so for pain management and stuff. Um, wow, it's hot in my house. I have the heater on too. It can really help with emotional distress and emotional issues. Yeah, so I did go an extra. I went far and went a little bit past the detox and the sweeping out the colon for helping to get that out if you're constipated or if your IHSS client is having issues there. And I went a little bit further than that and the detox for the organs at the top. But yeah, so those things are useful. Those things are beneficial. So balance, right? So what you do to one side, you do to the other. It's a rule in massage practice. Um, or if you're a massage teacher, it's a rule. What you do to one side, you do to the other. If you do that, you did your job. But if you want to go the extra mile and be extra good, if you see something extra tight on top of that balance of doing one side to the other, you target it because they are teams. They work together. You know what? If the front is tight, stronger than the back or tighter than the back will be stretched weaker and it will be in pain. And you might think, oh, it's because my back's tight, my back's in pain. Well, actually, what's happening is your back is distressed because the front is too tight and it's overpowering the back muscles. So you can first release the front, just really stretch the front, and that will give so much closure to the back. And release it. That would give so much closure to the back. And then you could go from there and do what you think is right. And there's lots of fun things that we could do, and I don't want to take up any more of your time. So that was the detox. That was to sweep it all out. That was the detox up here, balancing things like side things, and then the psoas muscle. And one way, so you can pull it and stuff, but one way that you know if it's a psoas issue is if you don't have high BMI, body mass index, um, and you still have a pooch down there, that is an indication that you might have some psoas issues, and that can cause emotional issues like emotional distress and emotional unrest and unpleasantries. Like it can make you feel moody and unpleasant, you know. And so, um, like I do have layer right now of BMI going on and stuff, but there is some psoas in there, but and that's one of the lesser talked about things, and yeah, so so I apologize for my tangent there, but yeah, you go low if possible on the pelvic bone or right above the pelvic when sweeping, but also just feel free to play and be intuitive as well, and just like because any touch creates movement of the toxins and the energy and gives revitalization and detox and boosts your immune system and creates good feelings in your body as well as physical changes in your skin and in your blood. It's useful. So um, yeah, uh, I like primitive things. I think that if you go closer to your ancestors, that you have, our ancestors were, more primitive, I guess, supposedly, that you'll have greater health. Our ancestors were not as Western society, especially in modern day with technology. Uh, uh, Thank you for watching my video. I know I went on a tangent, so that's the physical massage style, a little closer up. My beautiful baby is making beautiful sounds. I don't know if you can hear her from the video, but she's gorgeous, perfect child, and yeah, and so I gave extra because I just think it's useful. I hope that you enjoy this, and I apologize for the tangent going extra because some people don't want the extra; they just want it the straight to the point. So God bless you. Have a precious and an incredible day, and my daughter loves you. I love you. Uh, uh, God bless your day. Take care. Okay. Um, be courageous and try something new and make a choice to care about your health and to create the life that you would like, to create all that you care for, and to create the capacity and the space you're seeking and what you're loving and desiring and wanting. Um, including like whatever that could be. Like, yeah, so thank you for your time today, and see you in another video. Thank you, boss. Thank you. Take care.